Hey everybody, Louie here. I'm sitting with Will from Shock Media Inc. What's going on, man?
Hello, Louie. How are you?
Chilling, having a drink here.
As am I.
In a Max Headroom cup.
Isn't that cup great?
What year is this from? Probably like the late 80s?
That's from the 80s.
So what do you do exactly at Shock Media Inc.?
I am a co-founder of a horror art collective that has been running since 2013.
Okay.
I run it with my my life partner, David Graham, who I wish was here because he's such a wonderful person to have around. We started this because we loved haunted houses, but we wanted to do things a little bit differently than people, and we didn't want to just continue to do haunted houses. We wanted to put people in crazy scenarios and see how they would react to those scenarios. We were always just very into horror films and the idea of putting people in terrible situations and laughing at what was happening while it was going on.
Who fucking go? Yes, Who first? Who first?
We created Shock Media Inc. later on, because it wasn't always Shock Media Inc. It was, before that, it was Fringe Theater.
I remember that.
And that's how you and I met.
Yeah.
And before that, it was Dead of Night, which is was a immersive horror experience I created at Chamber of Horrors, New York.
Okay.
And that was spawned out of an idea that I wrote in college in an advertising course about taking a concept, which was a haunted house, because it's my favorite thing in the world, it's my passion, and turning it on its head. And how I would do that. And I called the thing Dead of Night, and then graduated in 2010, and then 3 years later, I was at Chamber of Horrors, New York, launching that haunted attraction with them, and part of the deal was I get to do Dead of Night.
You said you don't consider it an extreme haunt. Why is that?
So extreme haunted houses are still just haunted houses.
Okay.
You go inside of a maze, that's the only way I would consider anything a haunted house, or like a haunted attraction, rather. So you're in a maze, and there are people touching you, and maybe there's a little bit more of an extreme that's going on in general than you would be going through a regular haunted house. But what we do, we like to call it immersive horror, and it is it's a theatrical experience where you are part of the show. You're not just walking through it. So when we did Dead of Night the first year, that was totally just an extreme haunt. Absolutely was. As the second and third year came around, things got way weirder and way more insane, and it became way more immersive than it was just a haunted house. So that was the direction that we stayed. I still do extreme haunted houses. I did two just recently. I did one in Jersey at 13th Hour, and then in November I did one called Extreme Haunt.
Okay.
And that told the story of the first ever extreme haunted house. And those were really fun shows. But I only do those shows when I'm bored and I have nothing else to do.
Okay.
And then when I want to put on something really big, we do a full-on immersive theater experience, which is putting people in a film-like scenario and never telling anybody what's going to happen. You just know something's going to go horribly wrong.
Something's up. Something's going to happen. Exactly.
Head down.
There's more. That's it. Well, let's
There's
find
so
out.
many toys to play with.
A few months ago, I went to one of your events. What was the name of that one again? It was back.
What the hell was that? It was Party Till You're Dead.
Yeah, and I remember it was you pretend to have a Halloween party.
Oh, that was a real party.
It was a real party because I had a few drinks.
Yeah, a lot of people had drinks.
A lot of people had drinks, but I think it was 4 or 5 people that you had that were not in on it.
Oh no, it was 10 people.
10 people,
and then we had to kick 2 people out.
That's not
because they got too drunk.
Okay.
And everyone that goes to these shows is 21 or older, so like they're allowed to do that. We film it and we take photos of it. That's the whole premise of Viper Horror, is that it's a photo and videography experience.
Okay.
That was a seed of another show, which was Dead of Night 2014, which was you got invited to a Halloween party and everything went wrong. So I was like, how can I recreate this but in someone's backyard?
It was the decorations were awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love how I think you had a skeleton hanging
That's
from like
still
a
there.
tree. It's still there.
That's still there.
And it was really cool, and it was, like you said, immersive. And I love you had like a fire pit going, a giant skull. I got a lot of footage, so I'm gonna be adding it into this video. And I know you were saying it's not an extreme haunt, but there are some extreme elements because I witnessed you throw fake blood on people, which isn't. It's not that intense, but at the same time, like, you know, you're throwing blood at people. You're throwing a cold, sticky substance on people.
That wasn't even fake blood.
What was that?
That was a mix of soy sauce.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was like fake, like because I know they have like that soap-based blood and they have corn syrup, and stuff like that.
You should always expect when you come to an Eye for Horror show not to leave
clean.
It's almost like a baptism.
You fed people. What was it?
Oh, they were bugs.
Where do you get? What kind of bugs were they?
Oh, they were hissing cockroaches, scorpions.
Where the hell did you find
You
those?
can get them on the internet. The dark web.
Okay.
You can get them on
the dark web.
Get them on the dark
All right,
web.
we're getting into some dark places.
They would probably weren't from the dark web. My friend Kurt, who helped curate the whole thing and acted in the show, he got them from somewhere online. They're freeze dried. They're already dead.
Okay.
So they weren't alive.
Because I know you host these, and I think you had them inside of like vials or something. I think you popped them out of a bag.
Little tiny bags.
Yeah. I remember being there, and I was shooting some of it, and I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?" And then I realized, like, oh, he's feeding them bug. I thought they were like either like dried maggots, because like those are easy to come by. Like you find those like lollipops and. Like you said, the scorpion inside of lollipops and like those dried up maggots or whatever that taste like ranch and things like that.
I mean, these did not have flavors added to them at all. They were legit just like if you freeze dried a bug and you just put it in someone's mouth. We have an audience that absolutely like is like die-hard fans, and it blows my mind when people fly all the way from California.
Okay.
Someone flew from Australia once.
Wow, that's amazing. Dude.
And I'm just like, why do you do this?
No, of course.
Well, like, because I would never in my life put myself through any of this. And I don't. And sometimes I question, like, why am I putting people through this?
So personally, you wouldn't do it at all. But
No,
you're like,
fuck that.
You're like,
Absolutely
I don't
not.
want to eat bugs, get fake blood thrown on me, get abused because you guys are hitting people with like foam.
Oh yeah,
bats,
the foam bats and stuff.
To a time when things were simple, and people paid for their crimes in blood and tears. I want to hear you say that you're worthy to be here. Say it! I'm worthy!
I give you a lot of credit. You had a lot of atmosphere, decorations, music, lighting. I think you had a projector playing old like Halloween safety. I think I saw like safety videos.
Yep, those were
and stuff
there.
like that. And it was September, I remember, and it was awesome because it's, you know, I love Halloween, and you know we all do, and it was just cool to like go to a Halloween party so early. It was like mid-September, and it was just a really cool experience. You do a great job, man. Honestly.
Thank you. You know, I cannot take complete credit for anything because without the people I do the show with, David and my friend Kara, when she's around to do stuff, it's mostly just David and I.
Yeah.
And sometimes other people here and there, like my friend Kurt and my friend Ricky. But like without those people, it's really just a huge excuse to hang out with people you love, talk about horror, and talk about doing weird stuff to people in the dark.
Yeah.
And that's all a haunted house is at the end of the day, is you're doing weird shit to people in the dark, so we're all kind of fucking weird.
Well, on that note, thanks for coming, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Where can people find you?
You could find me on the internet, in some random places here and there. But if you like going on the Facebook, we're Shock Theater on Facebook, and we don't post a lot because I'm terrible at advertising my own stuff. And if you want to find me personally on Instagram, because I'm banned from Facebook currently, you could find me at __ the Spectre __, and you could look at all my weird photos I take.
I'll put all that up. So don't worry about
thank you.
But thanks for coming on again.
Thank you for coming to my apartment and interviewing me.
You got a big pumpkin back there, everybody. Look at that.